Hey there, I'm Randy Zimnock, and in this episode, I'm going to cover why not having your real estate license is actually hurting your investment business. And I'm going to cover the whole myth about the liability thing too. So don't you worry. So let me first squash the myth, right? I get this question a lot, like, okay, well, Randy, should I get my license? I'm an investor and I hear, maybe you should, maybe I shouldn't, maybe, and I say, okay, listen, first of all, that is a myth. Whatever you're hearing from the people that are telling you not to get it, it is wrong. Why do I believe that? Is because the only thing you have to worry about as an investor that wants to get their license is that you now have to disclose that you're a licensed agent in whatever state you're in. That is it. So it's all about disclosures, right? That's all it really is. The liability factor, let's put it this way, guys. If you're gonna do this business unethically, right, and you do something wrong when you're dealing with a homeowner, you're going down regardless, right? It doesn't matter if you have your license or not. Yes, there is a chance now that you might lose your license on top of that. However, it's not because you have your license that you got in trouble, if that makes sense, right? So just stick to doing the business the right way, do it ethically, and you will never have a problem. As long as you just disclose on every situation you can, hey, when you meet with a homeowner, listen, I'm a licensed agent. I'm here to discuss an opportunity to maybe buy your property from you, but I am licensed in the state of California. Just want to let you know that. That's it. When you go list your own property that's rehabbed, you just want to say in all the remarks, in paperwork, disclosures, hey, seller is a licensed agent in the state of California, right? It's just over disclosed. That's my rule of thumb is I just over disclose and I'm covered. That is it. All right? Is that good? Myth is squashed. So now let's go into the reasons why you should have your license, right? So number one reason is access to the MLS, right? I covered the whole MLS thing in a different episode, why it's so important, right? And it's obvious. It's the most powerful tool out there when you want to go and search for properties. So access to your own MLS is crucial, right? When you're an investor looking for properties, because let me tell you something. If you are working with an agent and you are not licensed or don't have access to the MLS, and you ask an agent to give you a comp analysis once, and then you ask him again to run comps again, and then you run 3 times, and then you don't really give him any business, there's a very high chance that that agent is gonna stop returning your phone calls, right? Because they're busy. They are out there hustling. They're trying to get deals done, right? They can't just run comps after comps after comps for you, right? So at some point, please get your license just for even that reason alone, access to the MLS. So that's number one. The second reason would be access to properties, okay? And I believe this is the most crucial one of them all. And this is where you actually get hurt with your investment business, not having your license. So let me give you an example here where this is crucial, right? Where access to properties is important. So imagine there's 2 investors. One has a license and one is not licensed. Both of them call on the property that they just saw pop up on the MLS that looks like an amazing opportunity to buy, fix, and sell, right? The one that's not licensed has to set up an appointment with that agent in order to go see that property. The other one that is licensed does not have to set up an appointment with that agent because they are licensed. They could go and see that property on their own, right? So in this situation, who do you think wins? Well, it's pretty obvious. It's the investor that has the license, gets to the property first, they look at it, they analyze it, and they call the listing agent of the property that has the property on the market, and they're able to submit their offer literally sometimes within 30 minutes. I'm able to do that, right? 30 minutes, sometimes you could be at a property if it's close to your office. The other investor that has no license is still waiting for their appointment. Do you think he lost the deal? Absolutely, right? So think about it. Deals do not last long, guys. Honestly, like sometimes it's literally minutes that deals are on the MLS and then they go pending. Deals do not last long, guys. So it is so crucial. It is all about speed of implementation when it comes to succeeding in getting your offers accepted. And I just gave you an example where an investor that's licensed trying to get a property off the MLS, as an example that I gave you, is gonna beat you 100% of the time if you are an investor that's not licensed. I could almost guarantee you. So that's second reason. You access properties on your own. You don't have to bother the agents that have the listings. Third, you, because now are licensed as an investor, you actually can attend other networking events that are only specifically for realtors, right? That is it. The public can go there, other investors can go there, but you can because you are a licensed investor, right? Now that allows you the ability to enter those networking events. You don't need to be doing retail business to go to those events. All you need to do is have your license. That's it, right? So usually you'll have a business card with your license number on it, right? Or they could look you up because you are a licensed agent. And now you have the ability to network with hundreds of agents every single month at caravans, at board meetings, at parties that they do for them for realtors. It is so important. Let me give you something. Here's another tip that I did at caravans, right? I would actually, when I was working as an investor, first thing I did, I got licensed. This was back in 2010 here in San Diego. I would go to caravans, right? Which is where realtors get together and they pitch properties, right, that they have for sale. I would stand up anytime they ask, hey, does anyone have any buyers here in the room? And I would say, yes, I am the buyer. Do you get that? So I am here, the investor that's licensed. I'm going to the caravan. I stand up and I say, I am the buyer. Anybody here, I love properties that need work. The uglier, the better. I don't care if it's fire damage. I don't care if the house is falling down. That's what I want, and I would love for you to represent me. So now I literally, in that moment, spoke to every agent in the room and told them that I'm willing to work with them. And the only reason I'm able to do that is because I have my license, and now I could attend networking events such as this one, right? It is so powerful, guys. And then the fourth reason, and I'm sure there's many more. However, the other fourth reason that I believe is important is not because you're licensed, you could actually make commissions, right? And I don't necessarily agree with an investor getting their license and going out there and working with buyers and sellers and do all the, what a realtor should do. I don't agree with that. If your goal is to be an investor, focus on being an investor, right? If your goal is to be a realtor, focus on being a realtor. However, that doesn't mean you can't make money on retail clients, right? When you're an investor that has a license, you can. So that's what I would recommend. If you're an investor that's licensed, you can make extra money. We call them referrals, right? And in the realtor industry, it's very common. It's customary. 25% is pretty much the standard where a referral is given. So imagine this. If you're the investor and you have leads, buyer leads, seller leads that you can't work with and buy properties from, and you refer those to another agent that you've built a relationship with, they could actually pay you a referral fee legally because you're a licensed agent, right? And that's huge. You could take that money and then circle it back into your marketing so you could generate more opportunities, right? And that's, you guys, is how you create a win-win.